course, there's a moment of explosion here where you leap, but then you want to search for time. You want to search for hang time and slow the movement down in the air. Notice this second leg swings through quite quickly, and then you're suddenly over here. Try to spend time in the air, search for hang time. And the way to do that, or an easy way to think about it, is gravity's pulling you down, you're gonna land. So you try not to for as long as possible. Try to delay the landing for as long as possible. You can see the angle is kind of here. So that's really the depth that you're achieving with the lower back. You're getting further down with the upper back through rounding. But what really matters is the movement of the pelvis, is how far can you get down without rounding the lower back. Yeah, and then we can add the rounding in later to get a little bit extra range. But we use this drill to really learn to move to hinge at the hip in the straddle position. So you should never go to this position where your hips are down below the rings like that. As you bring your chest down, drive your hips up. Chest goes down, hips go up, rather than lowering down like a dip. And when you do, so like I gave you that cue of watching your feet as you roll through, which I can see you're doing that, so that's good. Keep those legs locked while you do that. So think about bringing them up like you're trying to touch your feet to your face. And then when you hit this position where it's time to transition through, keep your gaze forward rather than dropping it down. This can help with avoiding getting stuck in the hole there, you know, in the transition. So what we don't want to see is this movement of the hip. We want to see everything locked in and just the movement from the fingers. It's definitely improved in that respect, but you flag this in your notes, it could improve a little further. If you're pressing hard through the fingers and it's not working, it's not getting you off the wall, chances are there's a little bit of a disconnect somewhere in the chain. And very often it's through the thoracolumbar junction, basically where the lower back meets the rib cage. Yeah, that there's a little bit of a disconnect there. And so you feel like you have to use the hips to get off. So if you feel that you're pressing fingers hard and you're not getting off, rather than letting yourself do just a little cheat with the hips, look for that disconnect and try to reestablish connection and continue pushing with the fingers. Having said all of that, they're improving really nicely, so I'm happy with that. Nice work.